What is up, everyone? Roaming Cyclist here. Day one of the Duathlon Training Program leading into the Super Sprint in June. Today's prescription, if you will, was an hour on the bike and what I called endurance prep. Basically kept it around 240 watts normalized power, and then I added some 400 watt bursts in there at the end of the workout, just to push the meter a little bit. I just got done with I did a 50-minute tempo run, easy pace, because I dislike running on the treadmill. I feel like it messes my stride up. And if you're not careful, you can actually train your body to run slower. A lot of people vary on their opinion of the treadmill. I use it if I feel like I'm taking too much of a pounding, or another trick is to run in the grass. It saves on the impact on your joints, and you're not pounding the pavement every day, day in and day out. Or run on a track that's rubber. That also helps cushion your running. So keeps the stress off the feet, keeps you injury free. So today was an hour and 50-minute training day. I got off to a bit of a late start. Finished the bike at around 1. Did some work, and then I just got done with the run. So now I'll head up there to rest and refuel. I'll post tomorrow morning what's on the training menu. I believe it's a 45-minute run and some kind of hour interval session. Tuesdays and Thursdays are typically my hard days on the bike. That's when I'll put in some of the threshold work. I don't go too much above threshold, not this early, because my fitness is pretty high right now, and you don't want to peak too early, and you don't want to maintain peak fitness throughout the year. So you got to go with them. You got to go with them ebbs and flows. Pull it back a little bit, and watch your training stress. Watch your curves, and if you're going too high too early, you gotta pull that back a little bit, or else you're gonna sacrifice performance when it matters on race day. So it's a fine dance. I'm constantly watching my performance chart to make sure that I am on track, and I like to ride trails, so that throws a bit of a wrench or wrinkle into the system, because that's a lot of anaerobic efforts and climbing, and that'll bump my training stress up and also my CTL. So you got to watch that. I got to take that into account in my training program. Essentially, that's building the muscular system, if you will. When you're doing that kind of climbing, you'll only see in my program, in the first beginnings of the training program, there will be strength training, and it'll be very focused. I'm not a triathlete, so I don't do a lot of upper body stuff. I'm a duathlete, so my main focus is to build the strength foundation necessary for those. I mean, those are really kind of, especially in my long duathlon, those are strength events, and you have to prepare your body, and really that was done in winter. Now we're just kind of maintaining that strength, and getting stronger. And that is the goal, because on the time trial bike, when I'm down in that position, I've really been focused on getting my cadence down to around 75, but pushing bigger gears. I already pushed pretty big gears, but I was spinning them at a higher cadence, ultimately making my heart rate higher, which is not ideal coming off the bike into the half. So you want to kind of use these easy workouts to work on the basics. Your form. I watch my heart rate. I'm making sure that I'm spitting the cadence that I want, which is excruciating because when I'm only pushing like 230 to 240 watts. So, you want to go, but you have to not. You have to hold yourself back and wait for those interval days when you can kind of let it loose a little bit. And tomorrow, I think tomorrow, I'd have to check again. Just because I'm so like out of it a little bit. But I think I'm going over under, so it'll probably be 30s, I think. And I'm probably going to be somewhere around 400 watts in those 30 seconds. I have to check. You would think I'm not a coach because I don't remember a lot of stuff, especially when I'm hangry. So long story long, it's off to a good start. My fitness is really good right now, and that means I have to be a little careful that I don't push too high too early, because these beginning races for the duathlon, we got I think a sprint and a super sprint, or a super sprint and a sprint, so they're real kind of short, which I don't prefer, but I will train my body to prefer that. And so the beginning one is kind of a practice race, I guess you would call it. It's an hour and a half. It's a mile and a half run, 4 mile bike, and then an hour and a mile and a half run. So it'll take me longer to drive there than to do it. But it'll be good practice, especially in transition. That's where my focus is really going to be in a race like that, because in a short race like that, it's going to be crucial that those transition times are 15 seconds or less if I can. I don't believe I'm going to go with the speed concept in that race. I don't see the point in a 4 mile race. So I'm going to roll the Madone with, maybe I'm going to put clip-on bars, but I'm already really aggressive on that bike and in my position down. So we'll see. I'll play with that a little bit. I'll go ride the course at some point, and then I'll kind of make that decision. But the goal for that, if I'm not finishing that 3 mile run total in under 17 or so minutes total, just for the first run, 15 to 17 minutes, I think is going to be my goal for that. Obviously on race day, I push beyond the planned limit just because that's what happens. And then for 4 miles, at rate, I have to see the course first before I can make that. But my goal is obviously to finish first. And then I'll set some, that's the big goal. And then I'll set some micro goals in there, like 15 second T1, 15 second T2. In the second run to push the pace a little faster than the first, because that's when I'll be fully warmed up, I feel. I was talking earlier to a guy, and I'm a very strong, strength-based athlete. So I really like the longer distances and durations. That's where I really thrive. the short like crits. I like to do them because they're fun, and they're, you just out going all out the whole time for the 45 minutes or an hour or whatever the race time is. But when you get into those longer distances, that's where I really enjoy racing, because you have to plan that. You have to, figure out what your nutrition's going to be, where it's going to be, what shoes, where's my bike going to be hanging in transition? Am I near the exit? Am I at the beginning of the transition? Like, there's all these things that you got to figure out. And that's where I really enjoy the technical aspect of those races. And then I really want to improve this year and then apply for that elite card and the duathlon. That's my goal this year. I feel it's attainable. All my focus, and I'm sorry, I'm looking at my hair here. It's looking pretty rad. I think it's attainable. It's my primary focus, aside from my business and helping my wife with her business on the bookend. And then managing this demon RV, which hates me. It is what it is. It's a first world problem. But that is my traveling training home, and she needs to be working because I got a lot of training camps coming up. So that's going to be my quick update for today. If you are interested in coaching, it'll be down below, www.trccoaching.com. Follow me on Instagram at The Roaming Cyclist, or on TikTok, where I also post coaching tidbits. Couldn't get that word out. Also at The Roaming Cyclist on TikTok. My YouTube channel is obviously The Roaming Cyclist. Make sure you search for that. I've been putting out a lot of content. That GoPro rendering, I fussed around with that for hours yesterday in Final Cut. So it occurs to me that YouTube is posting my videos with a different codec, and it's making them look like total shit. And I apologize for that. I'm gonna figure that out still. The more followers I get on YouTube, the better codec I get, I guess, from what my research tells me. So make sure you subscribe and leave me comments on things you want me to talk about, or things you want to see. Do you want to see my bikes? They're all meant for racing. Do you want to see my home gym? You're not going to see it now because it's a gnarly mess. But this is the headquarters of TRC Coaching. As you can see, Hammer Nutrition, sponsor, keeps me rolling. You also get a discount code if you hit me up in a direct message for that. And I will give that to you for percentage off. They're really good products. I mean, there's no fluff. There's no filler. You know exactly what you're going to get. I would not be able to train at the level that I train without Hammer Nutrition. And that has to do with the gels. There's a couple I can't use, and there's a couple products I can't use because I'm vegan, but I don't make a fuss about it. All the other products that I use, the vegan tissue rejuvenator, which I will go upstairs and take again. I already took some this morning. The Mito caps, the race day caps, the premium insurance caps. My wife takes AO booster for, her health. The dog takes doggy chews. And they've helped him tremendously. Really all around great products. I go through buckets of the protein weekly just because I try to hit around 200 grams a day. And I think that's going to be it for today. Make sure you follow me, and I'm the Roaming Cyclist, and I am out.